You need carbs. Your brain runs on glucose. For simple cognitive functions, you need them.
Well, welcome. We are doing something different today. We are going to discuss the citric acid or Krebs cycle. In biology, in science, things are named by the person who discovered them or by functionality. So citric acid cycle, function of the cycle inside the mitochondria. Krebs cycle is a person who studied it and discovered it. And of interest to us today is sugar. When you consume sugar, convert it to glucose. Glucose goes through a process known as glycolysis or glycolysis, and we produce an ATP and ADH in the presence of niacinamide, which is B3, to make pyruvate, also known as substrate. Okay, pyruvate in the presence of B1, B2, B3, and B5, as well as B7 and vitamin C, will be converted to acetyl coenzyme A and enter into the mitochondrion to begin the process of making energy. The thing that activates this process in the mitochondrion is B8. B8 is also known as inositol. Okay, as the conversions are taking place, minerals and vitamins are part of the process. Here you have iron, which you get from food. So if you think you're of low iron, no, you're just not able to use your iron. I'll discuss that later. And then we go into isocitrate. Then you need B3, magnesium. Then you make alpha ketoglutarate that moves along the cycle. You need B1, B2, magnesium, B3, B5, pantothenic acid. You need B6, B8, and B12. All right, and as you're clipping along here, let's see. Clipping along, you make coenzyme acetyls, coenzyme A succinyl, and here you're going to need B5, and you're going to continue through this process. And this is where vitamin E plays a great role. I personally like taking vitamin E succinate along with, full spectrum tocopherol. And then you have B2 participating, malate, fumarate, you make malate, B3 again to oxaloacetate. And here at the bottom, there's other things going on. The purpose of this video is to show you that it's not your hormones, it's your minerals. Because in the mitochondria, that's where all the fun stuff is happening. What we don't want is estrogen activating the adrenals, because that will cause the adrenaline and the cortisol to activate fatty acids and aminos. And the way that happens is your body is a protein mass, as I talked about. So the protein has to be converted into amino acids as an energy-intensive process. And that's why you see people who have high cortisol, Cushing's, PCOS, they have a specific body shape, and that's because your gluteus is the biggest muscle group, so it's being cannibalized to provide amino acids to fuel the body. And then the fat storages are converted into free fatty acids, and we don't want aminos and fatty acids as our energy vehicle. It is detrimental to your well-being. We don't want that. That's a fight or flight situation. So if you're living in stress mode, the moral of this little tutorial is it is not your minerals. It is your minerals, not your hormones. It is not your hormones, but your minerals. If you click the link in my bio, you will find the book Mineral Magic. This discusses the mineral disturbances and imbalances that create PCOS, endometriosis, PMS, PMDD, adenomyosis, dysmenorrhea, menorrhagia. I highly recommend you get it so you have a better understanding of what your body needs. And so that way, as you begin your journey into pain-free, uneventful periods, you know how to make adjustments, because we live in a stressful environment. Life is stress, but knowing how to mitigate that stress is what helps us not fall victim to bodily ailments. If you have any questions, feel free to drop it down in the comments, and I will do my best to answer these questions. Thank you so much. Don't forget to click the link.